Good day, guys. Welcome to another episode of the Tanna Talk Soccer podcast. I am Lutana Oroche, and we are just getting some very important news now regarding the Leo Messi situation. We have just seen here that the La Liga have released a statement, an official statement from the La Liga, and they are siding Barcelona in this feud, the feud between Leo Messi and Football Club Barcelona. In case you don't know about it, you can read up on it. Leo Messi wants out. Wow. We heard this for the first time last week and it took the world by storm. Social media has been absolutely crazy and everyone wants a piece of the great Leo Messi. Now, La Liga is siding with Barcelona. Why? Barcelona say Leo Messi has a 700 million release clause, and in order to get Leo Messi out of the club, then it is necessary for any club who wants Leo Messi to pay the 700 million euros release clause. That is the only way out, according to Football Club Barcelona. And the statement, which just got in here a couple of minutes ago from La Liga, states exactly the same thing and sides with Barcelona, that the only way to get Leo Messi out is by paying 700 million to Football Club Barcelona. First of all, do I think any club is going to do this? I don't think so. I know this was exactly the same thing I thought and I said during the Neymar Jr. time when 222 million seemed very crazy. But PSG went on and did it. And maybe a club can actually act that crazy to do it. But I don't think that's happening. 700 million euros is absolutely insane. And I don't think any club will do it. But then if any club goes on today, then it's good for Barcelona. It's good for Leo Messi, because at the same time, Leo Messi doesn't want to play for Football Club Barcelona any longer. Barcelona fans, Leo Messi lovers, Leo Messi haters, whoever you are in this world, it is now facts. Leo Messi is no more interested. He feels detached from whatever project the club think they have going on right now. And Leo Messi just wants out. It's a fact. And although I think the best solution will actually be a compromise, for both sides to compromise. That is, Leo Messi shouldn't force this issue in terms of wanting to leave for free, and Football Club Barcelona as well. I think, although yes, the release clause, it's 700 million euros, but this fee is absolutely astronomical, and I think they are being quite unrealistic to ask anyone to pay it. I think insisting on Leo Messi's release clause, which is 700 million, is just another way of saying we do not want you to go, because you don't expect any club to pay 700 million. I don't think they expect any club to actually pay that money. And I think the best thing in this kind of situations is always to meet in the middle. The both teams can and should be reasonable here. The both parties, I mean, Barcelona and Leo Messi, they should find a middle ground and resolve this issue so that it doesn't really get messy. Because let's not forget, we're talking about a club legend here, not just a club legend, but the greatest ever player in their history. So it's important to find a middle ground and settle and move on. And it's also important not to hold on to a player who doesn't want to play for the club any longer, especially when it's a player who has delivered to the level of Leo Messi, who has won as many titles as Leo Messi has for Football Club Barcelona, who has achieved just about everything there is to achieve in club football for you. Not just once, not just twice, but so many times over, who has won all sorts of individual awards as well during his time at the club. So it's very important that you don't hold on to an unhappy player. It's bad for the dressing room. It's just bad on all levels. And for the money he can command, and for your pool as Football Club Barcelona, let's not forget the name alone, Football Club Barcelona. Most of the footballers on the planet will want to play for Football Club Barcelona. Most of the world-class players will want to have that experience and to be able to say one day, yes, I played for Football Club Barcelona. So this is a great opportunity for both parties to move on. Now, I'm here to discuss and tell you why it is good if Barcelona let go of Leo Messi. It's good if they calm down a bit. I think, as I said earlier, asking for 700 million euros is just another way of saying we don't want to sell you. But it is very clear Leo Messi doesn't want to stay in Barcelona. He doesn't want to remain. He doesn't want to remain part of whatever project they have coming up. So do not keep an unhappy player. Let him go. And this is good because Leo Messi is 33. And as much as he's still very good at football, as much as he's still probably the best at football in the world, but I think it's a good time, because whether we like it or we don't like it, there comes a time when Leo Messi has to leave. Either he retires or he's no more good enough to start and he's just relegated to the bench. But there comes a time when Leo Messi has to leave Barcelona's main team or starting team, if I may say. And what then happens? So I think in this case, the earlier the better. This is just like, I think it's a perfect time because you just fired your manager, although I think prematurely in Kike Setien. I think he was just half season. He couldn't really do much, to be honest. I think they could have given him more time. But then you fire him and you bring in your former player, a club legend as well, Ronald Koeman. And this is a new era. We can also see the amount of players, the number of players who the club are planning on getting a lot of, because Barcelona have a lot of players over 30, and this is a period where they want to clear all of them out of the club. So this is like a rebuilding, and I think rebuilding is it's a must in every club history, in every franchise history. It must happen because a new era has to begin, and I think if the new era can start right now, it's good. Now, you must be thinking, but getting rid of Leo Messi isn't making your team better. Yeah, it may not be making your team better, but it also may be making your team better as well, because football is all about tactics and all about the way things work as a unit. And I'm not saying Leo Messi makes it worse as a unit, but what I'm just trying to say is that you can develop a unit that is very, very good and compete at all levels. For example, in the past 5 years, Barcelona haven't won the Champions League. They've won a couple of La Ligas in this period, which is also very impressive. But around the world, we've seen other teams winning leagues, winning Champions League and stuff like that. And basically being successful. They don't have Leo Messi, they don't have the greatest of all time. Or just to avoid an argument, they don't have arguably the greatest of all time on their team, just in case you don't think Leo Messi is the greatest of all time, but at least it's arguably the greatest of all time. So they don't have any player of this caliber on their team. So this is just a fact. We all know that in order to perform at the highest level, in order to win titles, you must not have a Leo Messi. So Barcelona have so many good players, so many world-class players who fell short when they came to the club. The likes of Antoine Griezmann, the likes of Philippe Coutinho, and maybe with Messi's departure, this is a chance for them to step up and be the main man, the people who they spent hundreds of millions on. So I think it's a perfect opportunity for both parties to move on. Messi has done so much for this club and he wants to leave, so let him leave. And at the same time, Barcelona can use this as an opportunity to start rebuilding. They can use an opportunity to have a much younger core and another core that's going to last for the next couple of years. Let's not forget the likes of Yaya Toure, Ronaldinho. I mean, in the past 2 decades, we've seen them leave the club at a point where it seemed like they still had a lot to offer. So this is me saying Messi leaving Barcelona. I'm not saying, doesn't mean that Messi isn't good again, but it happens. We saw even, I'm sure most of you watched the Last Dance documentary. We saw that Michael Jordan left the league as arguably still the best player. He left the Chicago Bulls rather as arguably still the best player. So this is what has to happen in football. You understand? You have to move on. And the era of Leo Messi, the Iniestas, they delivered superbly. But let's not forget that all these guys came in at very young ages. They also, when they came in, you also saw a lot of older players getting displaced. A lot of older players got displaced, and a lot of these older players were not terrible. They were also performing to a very good, decent level. You understand? We saw Samuel Eto'o leave for Inter Milan. So like a lot of things happened, and of course a lot of us were on Pep's back and saying, why will you do this? Why will you chase this player? Why will you this, that? Because we felt this player still had a lot to offer. But leaving at the right time is a very important thing. You mustn't leave when you're bad, when you become bad. Because when you become bad, it brings insult. It kind of tarnishes your legacy because you start undoing your good work. And although it's going to take a long time for someone like Leo Messi to, it probably will take maybe 30 years of a bad career for Leo Messi to undo his good work. But this being said, this is a perfect opportunity for Barcelona to start building again for the next 10 to 15 years. Very perfect opportunity. As I've stated earlier, you do not need someone with a talent as astronomical as Leo Messi to win or to compete, because every other club in the world doesn't have a Leo Messi. So yeah, you don't. So Football Club Barcelona and Leo Messi, 700 million is too much to ask from any club. And for Leo Messi, demanding to live for free when your release clause is actually 700 million is a huge ask. I think they should find a middle ground in and around 100 and something million considering his age. Or maybe 200, maybe, but 700 million is really loud. Hi guys, it's Tanna here, and I want to tell you guys to please consider subscribing to this channel because you wouldn't get another channel where you see the best, most analytical, accurate, unbiased football views. Forget about every other thing and give us a try if you truly like football. If you truly like football. If you truly like football, give us a try and subscribe now. Thank you.